guys. Welcome to Tutor Sisters channel. Please subscribe to our channel to help us grow.
In today's video, we are going to talk about the 4 levels of the poem, The Loneliness of the Long-Distant Runner, written by Alden Nolan. So before going to the 4 levels, let us know a bit more about the poet. Alden Nolan is a poet, a dramatist, and a novelist. He is the winner of the Governor General's Award for English Poetry in 1967 and the recipient of the Queen's Jubilee Medal in 1978. His works reflect rawness and honesty rather than pretentious expression. He wrote in simple style about life, relationship, and nature. Now, talking about the literal comprehension, the persona sits alone in a room and wishes to inscribe a beautiful poem full of metaphors to express his love and endearment towards his wife. He believes that poetry is the only means to express all the love and feelings he has towards her. His mind is occupied when the earnest thoughts and feelings towards the love of his life. He wants to revive all the memories and create a poem. But the sudden appearance of his wife shatters his creativity and disrupts his sequence of imagination. He can no longer pay full-fledged attention and create metaphors. The poem gets lost. Hence, the poem is about the poem that never came into life. This infuriates the poet and he curses his wife silently. Now, talking about interpretation, the poem seems to be trying to acquaint us with the significance of tranquility in creation of art and literature. The persona in the poem loses his faculty of imagination when his wife bursts into the room. It also hints at the fact that the artists, like the persona, are sensitive and vulnerable, and invasion in their privacy can cause great distress to them. The poem further elucidates that loving someone and expressing that love are two completely different things, as the persona says he wants to write a poem to express his love, but ends up cursing his wife. Vividly, the poem presents an inevitable paradox that portrays the wife as both the source of inspiration and the destroyer of the poem. Now, talking about critical thinking, The Loneliness of the Long Distant Runner is an interesting poem that presents a series of imagination and keyless attempts of the persona to create a poem reflecting deep love and feelings that he has towards his wife. The title of the poem is literally longer than the poem itself. The title is a metaphor which explains that the persona is in a long marathon of imagination. It adds to the extra sumptuousness of the philosophical aspect. I completely accord with the idea that peace is necessary for creative and imaginative thinking. Moreover, I also agree with the depiction of fluctuating state of mind of human beings. However, there are certain details that I find equivocal. Are feelings so shallow that they can change from love to anger in an instant? The persona intends to inscribe his real experiences with his beloved wife. Then how can he forget the long-lived experience in virtue of a moment of interruption? Also, the persona's memory is fallible because he is a creative artist. Furthermore, his wife is his source of inspiration. It is his love for her that drags him towards the poetry. Then isn't it appropriate for him to curse his wife for his own lack of concentration? The poem is a paradox because it was meant to be a manifestation of love, but he ends up cursing his wife. Does this mean that the persona loves his poem more than his wife? Nevertheless, the core theme of the poem, that creativity is flourished in silence, is relatable and can't be camouflaged. Now, talking about the assimilation, after reading this poem, I received the insight that transforming one's feelings into art is a complex task to do. It demands full-fledged imagination and undivided attention. Moreover, it also made me realize that human mind is always restless and keeps on changing from one state of mind to another. I can relate the idea of a poem, which is giving form to creativity is a very delicate job. Sharing my own experience. Once I was running out of ideas to write a comedy sequence in a story. Just a hint of something had come into my mind, and before I could write anything in a piece of paper, the electricity went off. In the chaos created due to darkness, I totally forgot the previous ideas in my mind. This left me completely annoyed with the load shedding for disturbing my creativity.
If you liked this video, please share it with your friends. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.